I was about to say good morning, but it's not, is it? It's definitely afternoon now. It has taken me longer to get here than anticipated. So I'm trying something today that I haven't tried before. I'm going live into both Instagram and YouTube. I've not done a live YouTube, so I thought it was about time. And so hopefully you're going to catch me one place or another. And a few weeks ago, I did the first of the Wow at Home treatments, and I thought I would come back and do the second, because a kit that you get for Wow at Home is 2 treatments worth. And I was at the point where I thought my skin really needed treatment. So what better time to do it than come and do it in front of you guys. You may remember last time I did it, actually, if you saw it, it would have been on Facebook, in my Facebook group, I think. And I did the kit as if it was you doing it. I'd never used it myself. I didn't practice it. I did it exactly as you guys would have done. So what that meant is if there are any sort of little niggles or things that we weren't sure how to do, I was able to do that and show you what it would be like. This time, obviously, I know the tricks to make it easier, and I'm going to do all that with you now. So this is a Wow at Home kit. Okay, this is a home needling kit, and as I said, there is two treatments, 2 amounts of treatment in this kit. So I'm going to dismantle this and I'm going to show you. Now, I am slightly conscious that I'm probably going to be encroaching on kids' school lunches, so we may be interrupted at some point. But we're all used to homeschooling and stuff now, so we'll just roll with that. It will be fine. So in this lovely bag, got a love pink, you'll get a few things. You'll get this box, this little tub, this, which is very important, and 2 of these, okay? So these 2 are your masks. They get used at the end. This tells you what to do. And in here, so this is your cleanser. It's a glycolic cleanser. And then in here, you get more detailed instructions and how to reuse it for the second time. 2 of these little ampules, an ampule opener, and most importantly, the Wow needling device. Okay, so this is all of your kit. Now, because I'm a bit of a muppet, I managed to break my second one of these. So what I've been able to do, I can show you what to do with those, but I don't want to open another one because these are my kits to send out now. I don't want to go into one of those. So I've made up my own serum from my own in-clinic mesotherapy thing. So it's a very similar product. It looks quite similar, and I'm just going to use that, but I will sort of demonstrate how to open this so you know how to do it. It was just me being a bit heavy-handed and a bit of a muppet putting things away after my last treatment. So this kit, like I said, you get all these very exciting things. But before we go into that, one of the things we need to do is do the cleanse first. And because I need to leave that product on for a bit, I will do that first. And then I'll talk you through the rest of the kit, how it works, and all of that thing. So we'll start off with, like I said, with the cleanse. I'm going to move this kit because I don't want to get water on the new products. They're going to go back in that nice little bag in a mo. And I'm just going to start off with a cleanse. So the cleanser that you get is a glycolic face wash. It's Purifying Cleanser. And actually you get quite a lot in this. It says enough for 2, but there's more than that in here. So you could use this as a thing afterwards. I think one of my children just come down and run away again. So you would obviously remove makeup first. Now I haven't got any makeup on. My skin is cleansed. I've not long had a shower, and I'm going to just go straight into the cleanser. The first one, I'm literally following the instructions again, exactly what it says. So you apply 1/4 of the gel cleanser, avoiding the delicate eye areas, okay? And leave on the skin for up to 3 minutes. So you massage this in. So sorry, the first one you put on and wash off. My apologies. You put this one on and wash it off. So this one is the initial cleanse. And the second one acts more like an exfoliation because you're leaving it on. So I've got some water. I've got one of my little clinic bowls here and some gauze swabs. You can use cotton wool, or better, use your a clean washable face cloth. So the glycolic acid in this acts as an exfoliator. It's almost like a mini peel before we start. Now, one of the things I've noticed with my skin over the last couple of weeks, those of you who know me will know that I'm actually, where I'm not, my clinic actually isn't open yet, I'm working as a vaccinator. And I'm wearing a mask all of the time, and I've got a spot. I never get spots. And it's purely down to wearing a mask all the time. My skin feels quite dry. So I thought this was a perfect time. I'm not in work again till Sunday. So I thought today was the perfect time to do a treatment, because then it'll have time to bounce back and recover before I go back to work. Sorry, my coffee machine's just switching itself off. Okay, so that one's dried. And then this time we're going to put this back on and leave it on. So while we're doing that, I'm going to talk you through the products and what is in all of the ingredients and what have you. So those who are on Instagram, my Instagram camera is slightly higher than my YouTube one, so I'm going to try and make some eye contact with you guys as well. Slightly different setup for the Instagram. Oh, by the way, excuse all the paint splodges behind me. As you can see, we're redecorating. Any comments would be very welcome. So I'm going to bring this cleanser just down onto my neck as well, because we want to needle under there too. So there we go, that's on, and that's going to stay on there. By the way, if anybody's got any questions on YouTube or Instagram, I should be able to see them, and I will address those as we go. So that's on there, and I'm going to set my little stopwatch for 3 minutes. I've given that a good massage in. 3 minutes. There we go. So this, where we haven't been able to see people in clinic, this has been a really great home treatment for my clients who are desperate to get their skins treated and aren't able to actually get in. And it means they can just do something at home. Obviously, it's not as high a grade as you're going to get in clinic. That's not possible. The type of products and treatments we do in clinic are much, we need to be able to control them. They're higher grade products. They're more, you're more likely to do yourself damage if you were to use these at home. So these are safe, gentle treatments that you can use fairly regularly. But this one is quite, it's another step up. So people have been able to keep their skins under control while they've been on lockdown. I've been inundated with appointment requests though recently that people are desperate to get back in, but we've still got a few weeks to go yet. So we're looking at what, 6-7 weeks before we can open yet. So I think it's 7 weeks. So this is still a great treatment. And actually, if you wanted to start a treatment journey, but didn't want to start off too sort of hardcore, this is a great one to start with. You could do some gentle at-home peels, and this one to start building your skin up to coming in for in-clinic treatment. So some people are a bit nervous on starting too hardcore. So this is a really great way to start. So this feels fine. It's a little bit tingly around my top lip, where my skin's probably really dry. It's where it needs it the most. But other than that, it's not too bad. You may notice I've got a spot there as well. There may be some hormonal things, but I think generally it's just all this mask wearing and all that kind of thing. So this has got another minute to go. So that gives me time to talk you through the ingredients. This is a skin booster little vial of mesotherapy. I'll come in there so you can actually see it a bit closer. The in-clinic Wow Fusion is a slightly different device, but it's still, the principle is the same. Basically, you are piercing the skin with very, very fine needles. They are very tiny, but it delivers the mesotherapy products just into the surface of the skin. Now, with the in-clinic one, we've got a 0.6 ml and a 1 ml for the 0.6 ml is for general anti-aging, general skincare, rosacea, that kind of thing. The 1 ml I'm using for more severe skin conditions, much more sort of aged skin, scarring, and we also use that for the hair rejuvenation. For the 1 ml, I would use a local anaesthetic. The 0.6 ml, I rarely need to. Sometimes I do. Some people's tolerance just isn't there. But this, to demonstrate the difference between the in-clinic and the home one, this is a 0.25 ml. There we go, the time's just gone off. 0.25 ml needle. The in-clinic one is also a stamp. So you literally push it into the skin and it stamps into the surface. This is a roller. It's more controllable for you. And it's a slightly different setup. But what you've got is, I don't know if you can see this, you've got 4 rolls. Let me hold it there. Can you see there's 4 little runners of needles? I'll come up here as well. Can you see 4 little runners? And like I said, it's only 0.25 ml. Now, to get the products into here, this is the fiddly bit, and this is the bit, if you saw me before, you'd have probably laughed at me faffing about and trying to do it. So what you would do with your vial is you put this on there and you hold it and you snap. Now, I'm not going to do that because, like I said, this is a new one. I broke my other one. But if you do that and snap, it snaps it off in the center here. This has got like a groove around it and it snaps very easily, but it is glass. That's why you get the little snapper. In the old days of nursing, we used to do this quite a lot. We've not needed to do that so much now, but you literally snap that. Because I've put my own together, I've got mine in a syringe, but the principle is going to be the same. The hardest thing of this whole process is getting the lid off your roller. I did all sorts of things to try and get it off, but basically the trick is get your thumb. This is a rubber collar here. This is like because it seals it, you don't want the product to leak. So this little rubber collar is really snug. And the trick is to get your thumb underneath it and push. I can't do it up there, I have to do it down here. I've taken it off once today, so I know I can do it. And then just wiggle it off. There you go, I've loosened it, and now it should just pop off. There you go. It took me about 5 minutes last time. And then what you're going to do is, with this snapped off, you are going to shake that into there. The air in there can make it tricky to get out, but with a bit of wiggling, and that was the other bit I was faffing about with, just tap it down and you will get all the product into there. Now it's going to be easy for me because I'm going to use a syringe, and I'm not going to pour it too fast. I don't want air bubbles in this. So there you go. There's my product. The one in the ampule is actually 5 ml. I've got a little bit less in here today, but it's partly because this is a bit stronger, and it will take me less time to needle it into my skin. You need to put the cap back on straight away. Okay, that's nearly there. Just make sure it's sealed all the way around. Now, this has been on probably for up to 5 minutes now, so I'm just going to wash this off again. And I'm just checking I've got no messages yet. And I'm just going to clean this off. So what this will have done, my skin's really, really clean now, and it will have given it a bit of an exfoliation, a bit of a mini peel, effectively. Glycolic acid is very good for exfoliation. And I should have massaged that in again as well before I washed it off. I didn't do that. I did massage it at the beginning. You can see my skin is a little bit pink, so it's quite an active cleanser. You're not going to be using this all day, every day, but that's good. And then I want to make sure this is all off under my chin. So this is a really great treatment for most skin types, actually. While we say I would never needle over active acne, it is still quite a good treatment for treating acneic skins. Brilliant for rosacea, anti-aging, and general skin condition. Just gets your glow back. Right, there we go. Okay, so my skin's dry, not quite actually. Dry and clean and prepped. And this way you'll get the best results from the treatment itself. Always use everything as clean as you can, because we are going to be piercing the skin. It's not deep enough to cause any major problems, but you want to keep all your workspace and everything as clean as possible. So then this is where your other leaflet comes in. So this leaflet here shows you how to do the treatment. So I don't know if you can see the arrows there. Can I come down a little bit? And it shows you how to do it and explains what order to go in. So for example, start at the center of the chin and roll it outwards to the ear. So we're going to go left to right here to start with. And then from the corner of the lip, that way, base of the nose and middle of the face. So basically you're kind of going up, 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 on round from all of the different parts of the cheek, side, up to sort of from the middle outwards, basically. And then we do the nose. Can be quite sensitive on the nose, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start so you can actually see what we have to do. Oh, actually, we start at the forehead. So just going to let that go in. Now we need to make sure that the product is coming out. I'm just going to try this on my hand. Yep, that is coming out. So you can see the product is coming out onto my skin. You can do this on hands as well, by the way. You do it on hands, you can do it down here, you can do it on what we call the décolletage or décolleté. So we're starting here. Now this shouldn't be painful. Ideally, you're going to be lying down to do this because gravity helps enormously, but I can't do this lying down because I need to sit up and talk to you guys. So I'm just going to tip the head back a bit and hope I get all this out. So you can see it's working on my skin. I'm hoping that Claire, who's the owner of Wow, isn't going to watch this and go, you're doing this all wrong. But do read the instructions. It will tell you how to use this. You can see just starting to go a little bit red. And we're going to go from here. So I need to keep this up because you need to get the liquid down into the needle bit, the needle roller. And ideally, you want to needle all of this solution into your skin. Go side to side. The instructions literally say to sort of lay down and do this. If you can get someone else to do it, so much the better. Now, it doesn't hurt, okay? It feels a little bit prickly, but it doesn't hurt. If it's hurting, you're probably pressing too hard. You need to be firm. So actually, it's quite a nice sensation, actually. It's not unpleasant at all. And so if you're on YouTube, can you say hello to me? Because I've never gone live in YouTube before. So it'd be really nice for someone to comment and give us a thumbs up or whatever it is you do on YouTube, because I've not done it before on there. So please do make me feel at home. Say hello to me. So you literally, so this has to be repeated across the whole of the skin. It can take a little while. And then I didn't go that way, did I? Yeah, it does feel quite nice. And what's happened, the solution is deposited on the skin. The needles literally just push it straight into the surface. Like I said before, 0.25 mil. I need to remember to keep my head back because otherwise it's going to stop delivering that solution into my skin. It is going in though, actually. That's good. I can see the level going. Here we go. I'll probably look right back at doing this. I can also top mine up because I didn't have very much in here. So it might be that I need to top mine up, whereas you will have more than enough in your little vial. So what I put in mine, yours is the one you get, so this little vial that you get with all your solution in. This is, it's a hyaluronic acid based skin booster with lots of B vitamins, really, really good for the skin. When I do needling in clinic, the first treatment always has the highest concentration of the vitamin complex. Everybody's skin needs that first. And then we move on to more specifics for pigmentation, anti-aging, and that kind of thing, because we need to get the skin health is always the priority. It's always the first thing. When someone comes in for a skin consultation, I don't go straight in with the sort of the fun stuff, if you like. We work on skin function and skin health before we do anything else, because without that, you're not going to get the best results from your from your treatments and your products. So you get the barrier done first. I often equate it to a brick wall or the front of a house where the mortar's all crumbling and falling out and there's big gaps, and you decide to take a jet wash to it because you think you want to brighten it up, and all that does is just take out the last bit of protection that wall had, and it will start to crumble even quicker. So you repoint it first, get all the mortar fixed, and then you can jet wash it, because then it will stand up to it and you'll make it look much, much better. So that's kind of the analogy I use for getting skin health first. So in this case, this is a great little treatment because it's not too aggressive. It's got a really good vitamin hit. If you've ever taken vitamin tablets, you'll recognise this smell. It's the B vitamins, a really distinctive smell. And I'm going up here. I would definitely, if you've got someone in your house that's happy to sit and do this, so you can lie down and rest, it would be great to have someone else do this for you. I said, I'm trying to remember to tip my head back because you're going to be lying down doing this. It does feel quite nice. Like I said, it's not painful. And the little diagram on the thing, you just show you that again, shows you the angles you need to go at and how to move that across your face. Like I said, you're trying to get rid of all of this solution. It is going down, fortunately, so I am doing it properly. And then all around don't go too close to the eyes, okay? You can go underneath, like this. Follow the bone line round of the eyes. That's how to get the best results from this. Follow the bone line and upwards on the chin. Just realise I'm leaning right over. You might feel a bit of activity from the product. To get it flowing again, I wasn't tipping my head enough. You'll know because you can feel the liquid on your skin. I said round the bone line of the eye without going too close to the soft bits. You can go through the eyebrow. I haven't done my nose yet. I'm putting that off a bit, I think. And focus on the bits you really want to work on. So across the top of the lip quite often. And you can go over again. So I've used over half of what I put in there in the first place. So it is coming out. I'm going to tackle my nose now. Just a little bit of pressure to get that flowing. This might, the mix I've used might be a little bit thicker than the ones you guys have got. So it's just making sure it's coming out. Won't do my hands any harm either. Yeah, that is coming out. I don't know if you can see it's sort of liquid on my hand. And down the nose. Just check it every now and again on the back of your hand just to make sure you're getting the liquid out of it. As I said, having done one of these already, I've pinpointed the problems. Oh, there's a little butterfly needs to get out of my house. I'll let him out in a minute. So if anybody logs in now and wonders why I'm sort of got my head upside down. And I hope this is working, getting on Instagram and YouTube. So if you are watching, please do give us a thumbs up, say hello. I said, make me feel wanted. And I'm really hoping this is going to give my skin a bit of a boost, having been stuck in a mask constantly for the last 3 or 4 weeks while I've been vaccinating. But from my experience now, I have decided that the clinical disposable ones are better as long as you don't overwear them. The sort of polyester. If you're going to get reusable masks, please get cotton ones. The polyester ones are wreaking havoc on my client's skin. Really need to get the cotton ones or the disposable ones. It's a tough call because of the wastage in the environment, but at the moment, while we've got to do them, it is trashing people's skin. And home treatments are a really good way of resolving some of these problems that we're getting. What you can do at the end as well is put some of the ingredients on the skin. Now, this might be coming to the end of its life. my little device. It is going, actually. Make sure you go in the right direction. Don't scratch yourself like I just did. If I'm needling in the clinic, I can do it in a much more controlled way. So, but this is, the next best thing. When we're needling, what we're trying to do is effectively creating a controlled injury, if you will, to allow the skin to heal itself better. And by introducing the serums at the same time, it means that the skin is able to use that to create a really good result for collagen induction, general anti-aging, and like I said, just general skin health. I'm finding that a little shake is helping that ingredient. See, my skin's a bit damp there. I've got a few clients who have had a couple of these kits over lockdown, and like I said, it's just helped them keep their skin sort of in good condition when they're used to having regular treatments, and we've just not been able to do that over the last few months. There's been a couple of sporadic ones over the last year, but nowhere near, a lot of my clients will be having monthly treatments, and we've just not been able to sustain that for them. So the home kits, the home peels have been a bit of a lifeline, really. And we've looked more at home care and what we can do with that to at least, keep their skins ticking over. If you haven't had a skin consultation with me, I'm still doing them. And actually the Zoom consults will be here to stay. It's actually quite a nice way of starting off a skin journey. There's a lot on my social media at the moment about my skin journeys and how they work. So the more little pinpoint holes you can get in the skin, the more work the skin has to do to improve, and the better the result will be. If I'm using something like the Skin Pen for deeper scarring and real deeper anti-aging, I'm creating something like 94,000 perforations a minute. I mean, you can't get anywhere near that with something like this, but don't be scared to roll your skin. Don't think you can only go over once or twice. You can go over. This is only 0.25 mil, so you can use it. And also you can see I'm going quite pink now, and anybody who knows me will know that I'm always the strongest reactor to any of my treatments and products. If I don't go red, you're not going to. But obviously a bit of redness is to be expected here, and actually wanted. We want that inflammatory reaction. We want to get the blood coming to the skin to start the process of healing and improving your skin tone and texture. So I'm going to leave it there, and I've got a dribble left. So what I'm going to do, this is the last time I'm going to use this. So these vials can be cleaned for 2 uses in total. So one, and then you come back for one more. There we go. So I've managed to get that off a bit easier this time. So that last little bit, I'm just going to pop on my hand. And I'm literally just going to massage those last drips in. And the skin will just suck all that in. We've already got those little perforations from the needling. I can feel that that's quite zingy. And just to make sure, if I can do this without having too slippery hands, I'm just going to do a last roller to make sure all the last of that goes in, and really make sure those products go into the skin. You can see I'm quite pink, but that's good. I think this is going to be timed brilliantly to allow my children to come and get their lunch in their lunch break soon. There we go. So I think we're going to leave it at that. I've managed to get almost that whole vial in, so that's brilliant. I'm just going to wipe my hands off. They're a bit sticky now I did that. So all that stuff I just put on the last of that vial is just being sucked in now. And I can feel it's drying off already. It's being just absorbed into the skin. And then what I'm going to do, so this here, this is the mask. So I'm going to put this on. This is where you get to laugh at me because I look a right muppet. But I'm going to put this on for 20 minutes. Now, I'm not going to talk to you for another 20 minutes. I'm going to show you the mask and put it on. And while it's on, I'm going to talk you through how I will finish off that process And what I'll do, I will then finish off and I'll show you. I'll come back and I'll post a little video on YouTube and then a still on Instagram to show you what my skin looks like after the process. Oh, and by the way, if anybody likes my little hair thingy, this is from Do the Twist. These are amazing. They're little twisty hair thingies. And I'm going to put this away because this is a proper one. I'm going to move that out of the way so I don't get drips on it. This is great. This mask is absolutely lovely. It's very luxurious. And again, you've got your hyaluronic acid in here. And this is where I look a bit ridiculous, but hey ho, we'll go with it. There's lots and lots of serum on this. Can you see? There's loads. So you want to drain some of that off so it doesn't drip all over you. But keep the packet upright because you want to put that on your skin again afterwards. Now I'm going to put it on a clean surface. This is a bit fiddly to put on. I think I'm going to do it. You're supposed to put it on and then take the backing off. I'm afraid I'm not very good at that. So I'm going to just pop this on. It's very cold indeed. And all this lovely hydrating, healing, cooling, soothing stuff will go all over your skin and it will be absorbed as well. So this is a really great step. It's an important step of the process. Don't miss it out. And then there's one that goes on in 2 stages because it just makes it that much easier. So here you go. You've got your eye flaps. You can, if you're laid down, put your eye flaps on so they actually can be put onto your eyes. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I still need to be able to see you. It's freezing. Okay, there we go. Proper comedy for you there. It's very attractive. My husband's just walked in the room. He's laughing at me now. So I might have put that back to front, but the eye flaps will come up and go over the eyes. I'm not going to try and do that because I want to talk to you guys. He just came and shook his head at me, laughed at me and walked off. It's charming, isn't it? So obviously this is a lot easier when you're laid down because gravity does make it slide a little bit. So I'm going to talk you through how to finish off the routine and then I'm going to leave you to it. So I'm going to lay on my sofa for 10 minutes with this on. So this stays on for up to 20 minutes. I'm just going to try and keep it on without it sliding off. There we go. That's better. And then all the serum that's in there, you want to just make sure. I said there's loads left in here as well. So it's always worth getting a bit more. Putting it on the gaps, making sure you use plenty of it. There we go. And this is where you get to lay back and chill out. Obviously, I can't at the moment because I'm talking to you lot. So what I will do at the end of this, at the end of 20 minutes, this comes off. Your skin will feel amazing. This is a really important step because where the needling makes your skin a little bit dry, your skin naturally dehydrates to protect it. So it will go quite red and dry while it sends all the healing factors to it, but dehydrates it. This helps to rehydrate your skin. This bottom bit's really sliding off today. And so this stays on for 20 minutes. Then how I would finish, I will then use my own products to finish this off. So I would put some eye serum on. This is my Illumini. I don't know if you can see that. The light's a bit bright, isn't it? Illumini, fabulous eye serum. Ultimate Boost serum, again, another hit of peptides and hyaluronic acid. And without the non-negotiable part of your skin routine, regardless of what else you do, is your sunscreen. So I've got a nice new sunscreen today, which is fabulous. And so this one is ready to go. It's a slightly tinted, I don't know if you can see, it's a very slightly tinted, very hydrating sunscreen. So that will be the last thing to go on. And it's really, really important that you use that. If I needle much deeper, I wouldn't put any of those other products on initially. I would just allow the skin to close the little perforations itself. So an in-clinic needling treatment, I don't always put those things straight on, but this is so shallow, it's not going to cause a problem using those ingredients. Sometimes they can feel a bit more sort of active and a bit sort of stingy, but generally speaking, it's not going to cause a problem. I think Instagram just jumped out there, so I'm sorry if I disappeared for a moment. However, this is really hard to keep, but it's just sliding off. This is not ideal. I think what I'm going to do, actually, it's had 5 minutes. It feels lovely now, actually. I'm going to take it off, and I will do the finish so you can see it. I want you to see what my skin looks like afterwards. So that's going to come off. Like I said, Claire will probably tell me off for this, because this does need to stay on for a bit longer. It is part of the treatment, but we'll go for the here's one I prepared earlier. Now, this now can soak in. So there's lots of lovely serum on there. And that will take a minute or two to soak in. So if anybody hasn't had a consultation and they want to, all you need to do is message me and we can book that in for you. I'm still doing some online consultations at the moment. They will probably stay for now. While this is soaking in, actually, I'm just going to show you something. Those of you who follow me in social media will know that I'm doing a trial with some people who don't have a skin routine, who haven't sort of established a routine, aren't currently using Illumia, and actually aren't currently using very much at all. And what I've done is pick 5 people that are going to get a kit a bit like this. So this is my Illumia products. Apart from the sunscreens, all of the products come in little sachets. So they're going to get a really big kit. They're going to get an instruction leaflet, what I'm telling them they've got to do with it. Obviously, that one's not got anything on it yet, but it will have. And they're going to get enough samples of moisturizers, cleansers, and, like I said, sunscreens. This is one ready to go out. I'm going to finish this one off in a bit. And we've got 5 going out today. This kit will have, some of you might be familiar with my rebranding, which I'm quite excited about. So going to have one of my fabulous stickers on it. And those clients, so it might be, if you want to see a little bit about how the process is working, how the products work, and the sort of results people are getting, come across onto Facebook and join my Facebook group, because all of those clients are in there, and that's where we're going to be doing that trial. So if you want to see a bit about the products, these are real people. Some of them I already knew, some of them I don't, but the thing with them is that none of them have a full skin routine. They're just washing their face. They are maybe slapping a bit of Nivea on, and none of them are using any decent products. So when I say decent, I mean medical grade. They're using sort of a moisturizer off the shelf, that kind of thing. So if you want to get involved with that, pop across to the group. Now that was really slippery and loads of serum on there when I took that mask off. You can probably see already that redness is starting to go down a bit. It's getting a bit patchier. I'm at the point now where I'm going to put those other ingredients on. So my serum's getting very low. Oh, I think I've just had the last little splodge out of it. And I'm just going to massage a little bit of my hyaluronic acid serum in. Illumini eye serum. So Illumini can be used twice a day. The Ultimate Boost serum can be used twice a day. You never put anything right down onto the eyelids, always just round what we call the periorbital rim. It's a little bit high there, but really good for dark circles, lymphatic drainage. And then your non-negotiable. This is where we start. Anybody wants treatments and says they're not going to use a sunscreen, I won't do a treatment on them, because this is too important. You use this every single day of the year without fail. You don't need tons, okay? If you were on holiday, people say, can I use this? Do I need another sunscreen? This is your day moisturizer. And it's antioxidant, it's got hyaluronic acid, and it's a factor 40 sunscreen. So this is perfectly adequate to use on your face on holiday. But if you are somewhere very hot, you're on the beach, that kind of thing, you should be wearing a hat and protecting your skin anyway. Oh, for the days we can get back on the beach. I can't wait. But I would recommend topping it up during the day if you are on holiday, that kind of thing. Or if you're doing sports where you might sweat or wipe it off. You can see the difference in my skin with that. So although the redness is still a little bit patchy, it's smoothed it right off. It's going to keep hydrating it. And Hold on a second, Molly. It's okay. You can come through. I'm nearly done. You can. No one can see you. I can. I did say that I'd be encroaching on children's lunchtime, and they need to come and get some lunch. So I'm nearly done anyway. That feels so much better than it did. It was really, my skin felt a bit tight and dry. The masks I've been wearing recently have been making it sort of really drying it out. And dehydration is one of the biggest problems for barrier function. Once your skin starts to dehydrate, it loses the ability to protect itself. And that's why I've got a flipping spot and I never get spots. So hopefully that's been useful. If anybody wants to get one of these amazing kits, let me know and I can post them out for you. And there is now a system where we can actually send them straight from the distributor. So I can sort that out for you. I think I've got 3 left on the shelf. So if anybody wants some, just let me know. They are £79 a kit and you get 2 uses out of that. And I'm pretty sure there's enough cleanser really to get another cleanse or 2 out as well. So I love this. It's been a bit of a lifesaver for a lot of my clients over lockdown. So if you are interested in home treatments, home peels, the Wow at Home kit, as well as any of the home care products, including sunscreen, because that's really important, all you need to do is either drop a message underneath the video or email me on clinic@exoduslimited.co.uk, and that is spelt XODOSLTD, so Exodus with no E, Exodus Limited. Find me on Facebook. It's Sally Wagstaff at Exodus. As we're moving into the new branding, we're moving to Sally Wagstaff, but all my email addresses and things are still under Exodus. So come and find me on that. And hopefully you can find me and we will sort out some skin care and a consultation for you. Have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.
So, but you can.
Yeah.
So I wasn't listening in the end of my lesson, right? And then I look up and I'm like, when's